he was really all up in my Kool-Aid, and I was just like, be gone, thought. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samaya Jackson, and today I am back again with another video. I'm doing something a little bit different. We are going to be spilling some tea, darling. So today we are going to make sure we have our tea ready. In this case, this is actually cranberry mango juice, but because I was fresh out of tea, usually I prefer something like lemongrass. So today, make sure you have your tea ready to sip and get some popcorn ready, because this is going to be interesting. But before I even get started with this video, make sure you like this video, and if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bar so you can see every time I post a video. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Like, literally, I don't even talk like that at all. Let's legit get into the video. So before I even start with this little story time, I don't know if it's like a horror story, because it wasn't. It was a bad situation, but it's not really a horror story. You know, there's gonna be like multiple little stories throughout this video. I attend Langston University, and during the course of the year, so both semesters, I had a total of 8 dorm mates. And that is because in our dorms, there's 4 people that live in one dorm. So there's 2 dorm mates on each side of the dorm. And then you have like a common area, but each person has their own little suite or like individual room. So it's like an apartment style complex. And the other reason is I changed dorms from first semester to second semester. Let's just start off by giving y'all some background about how I started off the semester. So because I was a cheerleader at the school, I had to move in like a week earlier. And I also had furnished a lot of the dorm, like all the supplies you would need, like cleaning supplies, a trash can, broom and dustpan, dish drying rack, all kinds of stuff like that. And so I supplied the dorm because I had to be in the dorm like a whole week before everybody else in my dorm. And so my dorm mates, my first semester, came into basically like a fully furnished dorm with all the extra stuff that like they needed, because there's certain furniture and stuff that the school provides for you. And so they didn't have to worry about buying all this stuff, and I didn't really mind them using the stuff that I had, because for most of the time that we were staying in the dorm, we were cool. So once I got to know my dorm mates, after a while, we weren't like super close, like best friend level, but we did hang around each other outside of the dorm. Mostly I spent a lot of time with the dorm mate that I had a conjoining room. But let's go back to when I was first moving in. So some of the upperclassmen and the football players were assigned to help move in some of the dorm mates. At that point in time, I didn't really mess with anybody on the cheer team like that. But yeah, it was just too freaking quiet. Like, I was sitting there like, where everybody at? And so every day I'm sitting here like, are my dorm mates gonna move in today? Or like, what? Because all the cheerleaders had to move in like a week before everybody else, along with all the other athletes. And then line camp started, so the freshmen moved in before, and then all the upperclassmen came. And so some of the football players, and then the people who were like some of the ambassadors and stuff, they were assigned to help move in certain freshmen. And so the cheer team had like a certain fundraising event to go to, and we were supposed to dress nice, which later I like noticed like where we were going wasn't even that nice, and I like beat my face to the gourds, and I was like dressed really cute for us to be like somewhere basic. I was kind of irritated because I'm an extra person. I'm very extra. So when you say dress nice, I'm snatched. And so I'm getting dressed, and I'm waiting, minding my business, getting ready for this fundraising event. Like the coach told us to be beat, and I was ready, honey. I was beat. Okay. Like, it wasn't cute. I looked like I had been snorting cocaine. Like, I threw myself in some powdered donuts. Like, I looked crusty. And so I walk out of my dorm expecting to greet my new dorm mate, and I see this fine man looking at me, looking crazy, helping my dorm mate move in. And I'm just looking like, and he's looking like, and we just looking at each other like shooketh, like, did this just happen? And so I just kind of like, and I'm just gonna like slowly walk into my dorm. Ooh, okay, so that happened. And then I was like, I ain't coming out until my face is beat to the gods. I meet the dorm mate. She was cool, and this is the dorm mate that was like never there. This dorm mate, I met her that day, saw her like 4 times maybe the whole like semester. Because I do know she had a boyfriend, and so she was just like never there. She was probably always at his place, but I was like, bruh. But her boyfriend seemed to be there. He was really nosy and all up in my business, like whatever I was doing, he was just nosy. And I really did not like him just because he was nosy. I was like, you got a girl, can you mind her business? Because it wasn't like he was trying to get at me or nothing. He was just so freaking nosy. He was really all up in my Kool-Aid, and I was just like, be gone, thought. Be gone, thought! The next thing, I don't really recall when I met the other 2 dorm mates, but I offered to help them move in. I meet my other dorm mates and we're cool, we get along, we actually like hang out most of the time, because I was mostly like messing with my dorm mate that had the conjoining room with me. And let's call her Tamika. Let's call the other dorm mate Rashida. Tamika and Rashida. Mostly I would just hang out with Tamika's friends and stuff. Like, I had my own friend that I would hang out more, but like, you know, usually if I was in the dorm, I talked to her or whatever, and we got along pretty well. Like, everybody, like, apparently, like, my room was the spot. Like, I don't know why everybody was like, oh, well, let's all go into your room. Which, it didn't really bother me, because I was like, we cool or whatever. But after a while, it started to get irritating, because, you know, me and Rashida would talk and be like, you know, Tamika isn't really a dirty person. She, for the most part, keeps up with cleaning, and she cleans up after herself. But her friends keep coming over, eating up our food, me and Rashida's, and dirtying up these dishes. They don't clean up after themselves. They also using our dishes as well. You eat my food, dirtying up these dishes, you're not cleaning up after yourself, and they're my dishes too. And me and Rashida cleaning up after you like we your parent, and you don't even stay in the dorm. And Tamika would never clean up after them. So Rashida and I have been talking about that, like it was starting to get irritated, like we're not here to be anybody's mate. And then we're just like, we had talked to Tamika about it a little bit, and she's like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna clean it up and I'm gonna talk to my friend, da 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 da. And we're like, okay, but like it would keep happening. I was getting pretty irritated that they eat my food, I'm having to pay for it. Y'all ain't giving me money for the food that I'm paying for, so this needs to stop. And the other part of that is because they were kind of stoners. After they started college, they would smoke every day, sometimes a couple times a day, and they would miss class and do all kinds of stuff, and you know, our whole dorm would be smoked out. Someone gets caught, we can get in a lot of trouble, you'll get a fine and stuff like that. Stuff that's already Jesus Christ. Stuff that the RD already talked to us about, and we had little conversations, but the whole smoking, like, we all as dorm mates, like, we agreed, like, it didn't really bother us.
Now, as I was saying, drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs.
But it was starting to get irritating because it was, like, every day. But I was still on top of my priorities and staying focused in school and everything. So that was, like, one of two of the things that were, like, problems that I had with Tamika. And then later in the semester, after a while, I noticed that one day I woke up and my door was shut, and I literally could not get out of my room. way to get in and out of my dorm was to ask Tamika to unlock her end of the bathroom so I could walk through her room and walk out. And eventually I got someone to help me unlock the door so I could get in and out. And then eventually I had some friends because it was getting irritating having to walk through her room. And so just like a bootleg way to fix the door until I could get the like service at our dorm to be able to fix it. And so we just put some duct tape around the like kind of like latch system on the door so I could be able to I could lock and open my door without having to go through her. But later there was this dude that came up, and that's where a lot of the problems that I had like basically kind of like went up in flames with this girl Tamika. So this dude, let's call him Clarence, that went to our campus, and he was also in our classification as well as freshman. And he had been in my DMs for a little bit, and I had basically ignored him because it was like, in my opinion, he wasn't attractive. And so he came to our dorm one night because I think I was waiting on my best friend at the time. And I went to open the door, but my dorm mate Tamika had already opened the door. And so she opens the door, and all of a sudden I see this dude that was like in my DMs like not too long ago. I really hate when dudes homie hop. Like, that's the most irritating thing. And I'm looking at him like, And so I was like, noted. And so he looking shooketh, and he walked into that dorm. I closed my door again, waiting for this person to show up. And later, like, they slept together, whatever, that night. She was telling me about it, like, the next day and stuff. And so, some time goes past, and now this dude, Clarence, is in my DMs again. And I'm sitting here, like, we're texting back and forth, and I'm like, I'm not trying to mess with you, like, on top of me not wanting to mess with you in the first place, like, you was just talking to my dorm mate, like, that's kind of grody, like, no. I was like, I ain't trying to be, like, a douchebag or nothing, but we can be cool, like, we can be friends, but I literally have no interest in messing with you, like, period, point blank. And so that's kind of how the interaction was going on between us, because I had talked to Tamika and she was already like, she was upset or whatever, because I guess she really wanted to mess with him, but he didn't want to mess with her, or whatever the situation was. I don't really know, nor did I really care. And so she's telling me about it, and I was asking her about him or whatever, telling her like, he's about to come over in a little bit, so just so you know. And she seemed a little irritated at that point, and when I saw that she was irritated, I was like, you know what, I don't want no problems, no beef, so I'm gonna just quietly try to just keep him in my dorm. I'm not gonna have him like out and about in the living room or anything, and everything should be cool, because first of all, regardless if I was or was not trying to mess with this dude, like, when you look at the situation, this dude has not claimed that he slept with this girl. And second of all, they was not in a relationship or anything. They were both single individuals, and she messed with him for one night. One night she had ever like really like been with him, and they slept together. And 3, she had talked to a couple other dudes as well. So in my opinion, because of those 3 things, even if I was trying to get at him, it shouldn't have been a problem even in that sense. And so even though I wasn't trying to talk to this dude, he came over, we were chilling, talking or whatever about some stuff, and he had told me, like, you know, I want to be in a relationship with you, spilling that la-di-da-di-da. Like, I was just like, we friends. You in a friend zone. And so he kept, like, throwing little, like, hints, like he was trying to mess with me, and I was just keeping it clear, like, you friend zone. And so I guess her little friends had told her that he was over, and she comes banging on my door like boom, 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 boom. And I'm just like, who's knocking at my door like the police? And I cracked the door open because I'm like, who are you? Like, why are you knocking on my door like that? And she's standing there like, who's in your room? I was like, girl, does it matter? Is it any of your business? Like, none of your business. And so she's like, I know Clarence in there. And I'm like, okay, your point. She kind of like forces herself into my dorm, like cussing at him, talking about, really, you talking to her, you messing with her, you dirty, da 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 da, you dirty, like. And then she's looking at me like, you foul, like you shouldn't be messing with him, I told you I slept with him, you dirty, you foul, you, like, all this stuff. And at her like, you look really dumb right now. I have to get mad over this dude because he is not yours. You made the choice to sleep with him, he didn't want to mess with you, that's kind of your problem. Second of all, I ain't even trying to mess with old dude. He looked like a whole Ninja Turtle. Like, he looked like his name is Raphael. And I was just trying to be cool. I was giving him a chance to be a friend, but if he kept being persistent about trying to mess with me, I was gonna have to cut it. And I already talked to him like you mess with her, and I already talked to him like, I'm not trying to mess with you. I don't want no beef. I really don't like drama, so don't come over here bringing all this drama with her because I know you talk to her. And he's like, it shouldn't be like no problems, no issue. I'm not worried about her. We're not together, and I'm single, and I'm gonna do me. And she's talking all this stuff, telling me that she wanted to fight me, and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, you trying to fight me? Like, first of all, I'm not somebody who believes in fighting. Like, over a dude is like, it's so trashy. Like, and I do know like that's how certain people like deal with their issues. They fight. That's cool, but that's not me. And she already knew like I'm not someone who believes in fighting or nothing like that. Like, I told her like I'm not finna fight you. And her cousin comes in. We're gonna call her Shalonda. And so Shalonda's also in there because I guess she was one of the people that were talking like, oh, this dude's over there and she all bad. Shalonda's talking like she wanna fight me too. And I'm just like, what do you have to do with anything? None of this is any of your business. After she walked off, all irritated and whatnot, I was just like, whatever. I told the dude, I was like, can you just leave? Like, I'm not trying to mess with you now because I already told you I don't mess with drama. Now you got her in my ear talking all this drama. Like, you bring in drama and I don't do that. And I told him to leave. And now because of all this mess, I was then late to practice. So I go to practice. It was kind of like, I'm sore. I just want to go to sleep. I know I got this drama to deal with. I'm going to just quietly and calmly just, and this is like what I'm thinking in my head. I'm going to just, whatever, tune out their drama or whatever, their irritation. I'm going to just walk straight into my dorm. And when I walk to my dorm, I see the tape that had been on my door ripped off and on the floor. And I had realized, like, I was in such a rush. I left for practice because I was late. I forgot to lock my door because I was in such a rush to get to practice. And so clearly my door had been open. I couldn't open it because it was jammed. And they're all hee hee ha ha laughing like and I'm just like, is this funny to you? Like, y'all look mad immature. Y'all look really stupid. And I'm just like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, why do y'all think this is funny? Like, y'all aren't cute. And they're just like hee hee ha ha because, I was getting irritated and it was kind of feeding into their like immaturity. And they're laughing, giggling, whatever. And I'm getting pissed. It was really getting me mad. And I just saw that they just thought it was just like comical. Like, it was the most hilarious thing that they had seen. So I was like, you know what, y'all don't deserve my satisfaction. I calmed myself down, took a deep breath, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just pull myself out of this situation. I'm gonna grab my shit. I went to my best friend Mia's. I went to Mia's place. And I left. I walked to her place. I'm talking to her and her dorm mates, and they're like helping me with the situation and come over, and they helped me get my door unlocked. And they're still hee hee ha ha, so funny, and they're looking like, what's up? Because I brought a group of girls and they're thinking, oh, we finna fight or whatever. and that's not me. Like, that's not cute to me. So I wasn't trying to fight. I'm just trying to get into my dorm so I can go to sleep. And so I walk into my dorm, and some of my food's missing, like a couple little things are missing.
What?
And I was like, not only did you like already tamper with my door enough, like y'all really stole from me. And it was like little stuff. I was like, are you really that poor or whatever? And so we decided we were gonna be petty since they were trying to be childish and petty. But I was petty in a respectable way. It wasn't damaging to any of their stuff, because they seemed to forgot I was being a very generous person, helping them out. I mean, well, hold up, let's go back to this. Let's not forget about Rashida. Rashida was the other dorm mate. This whole time Rashida was there. She was the person talking to me about Tamika, talking about, oh, that's messed up, you need to talk to her, da 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 da. She was helping me with this situation. She had shared some personal stuff about her. I had told her some personal stuff about me. And you sitting here while these females is basically bullying me, and I'm still keeping myself together, being calm and being a respectable adult about the situation. But you sitting there being a bystander, just watching this shit happen to me. Like, that's fucked up, because I thought I could trust you. Like, I could kind of see where Tamika was going. But you, Rashida, like, I thought I could trust you, and you fake. You fake for that. And I'm just like, you know what? I have been generous to y'all this whole time. Like, I bought this door, and y'all came in with all this stuff already in here. So my friends and I, like, it took like a couple of us and one of Mia's friends that helped me get my stuff moved into her dorm, because they had one more spot, and so they were like, well, eventually we can just get you moved into this dorm. We just gotta go through this. For now, we can just take all your stuff. You can stay in our living room. And so for a couple weeks, I was just living in their living room because of this situation. I was being petty. I took everything out the dorm, and when I mean everything, I took everything. I took the trash can, I took the soap, I took all the trash bags, I took the little soap, like the little dish where you put the soap in. Like, everything that I paid for, I snatched out of that dorm. And I still haven't gotten my broom back, because Rashida had taken my broom without my permission and was using it for something, for a pageant or whatever. I still ain't got my broom back. I'm just like, whatever, I can get a new one. Because y'all forgot that y'all was dependent on me. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, because the same hand that feeds you is the same hand that can take it away. I took all my stuff away, and y'all didn't have nothing. Like, this all happened within a course of a day. So the next day comes around, I noticed that Tamika had posted some stuff on her Snapchat story. And I was like, you know, I'm not even gonna post nothing. But, you know, of course, me, my friends and I, being petty, we decided to post something. And so the next day, I decided to be petty. And excuse my profanity in this video, but what I decided to post on my Snapchat story, I was just being kind of petty with that, because she had made some sexual advances towards me, even though she talks to dudes. Everybody that she messed with all wanted to mess with me, and I'm just like, first of all, that's already kind of weird, but second of all, it was like, I don't know, it was just weird. Like, everybody that she talked to wanted to mess with me. I'm like, I know I got the sauce, but I really don't look at myself like that. And I said my little 2 cents. I was gonna leave it at that. And then Mia had also said some stuff, and so it was kind of like bad all around, because we were all saying some stuff, and it was like being petty on Snapchat, and it kind of instigated this situation. And on my part, that was petty and a little childish, but I really didn't care, because she had already said some stuff. I was like, I'm gonna say this little thing, but I'm not trying to fight you. But you ain't finna just say whatever, do whatever either. Because although I don't believe in fighting, I'm not scary. I'm not finna hold my tongue and talk a certain way, like, to anybody. Like, I'ma just be unapologetically me, and that's just how I'ma do. I was trying to get myself out of the dorm. I had talked to the RD, and he had us talk it out. And he was like, is there any way y'all can talk it out? I have been trying to talk it out for a cool minute. She ain't trying to hear me, because every time I talked to her, it was, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I just want to fight. Why? You can't just base your argument off of emotions and expect me to, like, agree with you. That's not how it works. And I understand that you're upset with me, but you're not telling me why specifically you are mad. I understand you're mad about this dude, but you wanting to fight me is deeper than that. I can't change what happened in the past. If you want the situation to resolve, you need to tell me what specifically I can do to fix the situation. But she was just interested in fighting me. That wasn't gonna do nothing, because once we fight, whether I win or you win, we still not finna like each other. And I also didn't want to fight because I had too much stuff writing. Like, first of all, you get kicked out of school. Second of all, I would lose my scholarship. And third, I wouldn't be able to go to any of the other schools that I got accepted to, or any other school that I would want to go to. I'm thinking about this long term. I don't fight in normal situations, let alone over a dude. That's dumb to me. I honestly believe she wanted to dislike me before this situation even happened. She was looking for a reason to want to not like me. I told him I could forgive her and everything, which I did. Like, I don't hold any animosity or any anger towards any of the people that I was dorm mates with. But I'm not angry with her or nothing, but she crossed the line to that she couldn't regain my trust again, because not only did you steal from me, you trying to fight me, so I don't know what kind of situation I'm gonna walk into if I go back into that dorm. And your friend's still giving me dirty looks, like, everywhere I go. So clearly, like, you are the company that you keep. So if your friends are giving me dirty looks and everything, and you saying you cool with me, clearly you're not, because you still talking smack. Like, you crossed the line to where I can't even think about trusting you. I forgive you, but I'm not gonna forget this situation, and I'm not gonna let you take advantage, because I was already overgiving to you. Okay guys, so now we're at the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was interesting enough for you guys to stay to the end of the video. And pretty soon I'm going to be doing my college roommate advice video based off of the experience I've had with my dorm mates, good and bad, and then some of the experiences that I talked through with some of my friends and peers with their college dorm mate experiences. So stay tuned for more videos. Bye!